So just to give you some numbers, car ownership in the US is 800 people per 1,000 people own a car. In Japan, that number is close to 600. Egypt, in Cairo, that number is 50. We don't have enough cars, and we don't even have metros and buses and trains. When we have them, we don't have them enough. So we are one of the few transportation options that people have to go reliably from point A to point B. So we are now in close to 60 cities in about 12 countries, all the way from Morocco to Pakistan. We have about 200,000 captains that are working with us, and I think on last check the user count was close to 8 million. We've been growing 20-30% month on month. Every 3 to 4 months we double the business. We are building public transport systems that don't exist, and we're building them without the governments need to fund it, because this is basically crowd-funded in some ways by people that are buying these cars and putting onto the platform. And second, in the way it is being done, it is also creating a lot of jobs. We are already becoming one of the largest employers in the region. Really? In Saudi, for example, we employ more Saudis, indirectly of course, than the largest company in Saudi. In Pakistan, we just signed an agreement to create 100,000 jobs by the end of this year with the government of Pakistan, one of the provinces in Pakistan. In Egypt, we're on track to create 500,000 jobs by next year. So these are staggering numbers in a region where youth unemployment is double the global average. The impact is most felt on two segments. One is what we call the full-time captains, and the women segment in the region. Middle East is a relatively conservative part of the world where in at least Saudi, women cannot drive, and in other parts of the region, even though they can legally drive, but they don't drive as much. And when you talk to women, especially in Saudi, they'll tell you that there is a pre-Careem Saudi and there's a post-Careem Saudi. And in a pre-Careem Saudi, they were constrained. They could not get out and do things that they wanted to do because they did not have a means to get around. So they were always waiting for their father, brother, husband to be available and willing to take them from the house to a friend's place or to the mall or to the school. Whereas in the post-Careem Saudi, they decide when they want to go out, and they are fully empowered to go out when they want to go out and do the things that they want to do in life. Fortunately or unfortunately, we are the trailblazers in the Middle East to some extent. Since the startup culture is not as prevalent in the Middle East and there haven't been a lot of successes, most talented people prefer working at multinationals, branded global names, getting those smart people that you need in a startup to make anything happen when there is a very, very strong preference, both personally as well as from the family side, to work at multinationals was a huge challenge. And the second challenge was access to capital. Not a lot of money from the Middle East goes into local technology startups. A lot of money gets invested abroad. As you probably know, Middle East is a big exporter of capital to the rest of the world, but given the lack of track record, not much comes to the region. So we literally had to prove to the people that we got investment from that we can actually make it happen. There is a big enough market. Look at our growth numbers. We're solving a need. People are coming back. The opportunity in the region is still quite big and quite open. We are in 60 cities out of maybe 200 cities in the region that need a service like Careem. And in addition to transporting people, we believe that there is a big opportunity in transporting things as well. Logistics is quite challenged in the region too, and with the platform that we have built, we believe we can start the movement of things over time as well.